let's give Alan Wake 1 a bit of a revisit to see if the game, Alan Wake, right? Let's talk about it. The original came out in 2010.
2010.
Developed by Remedy Games.
Mm-hmm.
You were so excited about this game.
I was. What happened though? Let's take it right
back.
Right
E3 2005, is that what you're thinking about?
E3, yeah, when it was first announced, they had this fucking cool trailer for it.
Debatable.
Well, let's get real, right? 18 years ago when they first showed this trailer, compared to everything else we'd seen up to that point on the 360, it looked amazing. I mean, it looked incredible.
Look at the technology we have here. What we have is incredibly detailed in-game actors in a huge, seamless, and dynamic game world.
Compared, like, they had this trailer with a tornado and stuff, and it just looked super slick. And then it took forever. At one point, I thought it was vaporware. I was just like, this game is never coming out. It's just that trailer is it. That's all we're ever going to get. But I mean, it was even stuff like this, like showing the day-night cycle and the stuff getting the light refracting. I mean, but this was unheard of back then. And just remember when this trailer came out, I don't think even Gears of War had launched, had it? This was like prior to that.
But you are a huge Stephen King fan.
Absolutely, I love Stephen King.
Literally, the first word that Alan Wake says when you start Alan Wake is,
Stephen King once wrote that nightmares...
So let's get into the game itself.
The game. Do you know what came out the same day as Alan Wake? Red Dead Redemption.
Oh, the same day.
The same day as Alan Wake.
You see, what I remember is when we spoke about the first episode, we were just like, the first episode was just so bloody good.
It's funny what time does, doesn't it? Because I don't really think I think the narration is really cheesy.
But Duke didn't like the written pages, when he found the page and then read it out.
It's not good writing.
No, but it was not meant to be because he's a trashy writer. He's just got famous on some trashy
book. I mean, that's possible, but it's also possible that the people writing it aren't good.
Who wrote this crap anyway?
I think it's purposely done that way because he's portrayed as this bad writer who's obviously got famous off of probably some bestseller book that, I mean, let's be honest, how many crap books out there become bestsellers?
The other thing that I wrote down was Alan Wake's stamina is fucking awful. What does this guy...
Oh, when you're sprinting, when you have to run.
He needs more exercise, Mr. Wake. He needs to see his little doctor, I think. His wife said, cheer up, handsome, and then Alan Wake tried to smile. I don't think Alan Wake has ever smiled in his life.
Yeah, he is a bit miserable, isn't he?
He's a miserable prick.
He never... I mean, there's not a scene where he's having a bit of a laugh with someone, is there?
Even when he's not. There's a scene where he's like being like kind of flirty with his wife. But he's like a psychopath.
Sorry, writer boy. You made that up right now, didn't you?
No. Seriously.
I love you, even if you are a liar.
Yeah, so the first episode, you go to some place and it's like, oh, you got a cabin on an island in the lake.
Yeah, wife's afraid of the dark, so she's...
First of all, fucking grow up. You're a grown woman.
Also, just a minute, can we just go back slightly to the diner?
Yeah, go on.
Because he's meant to be meeting Carl Stuckey to collect the keys for the cabin, right, where they're going to stay. But some weird, fucking creepy as fuck old woman
dressed up like she's at a funeral.
Dressed up like a funeral, and he doesn't think that's weird.
Alan Wake would be a great person to scam, wouldn't he?
Oh yeah, because he's just gullible. He's like, oh yeah, you're Carl Stuckey, give us the keys, off we go, no problemo, dude.
So, because if that woman was like, I'm afraid Carl Stuckey can't make it, but I will give you the key. I'd be like, you know what, love? I'll find a travel lodge. Don't worry about it. It's fine. His wife made him like a desk in the cabin. I don't know how she made that so quick, by the way. They only just got there. I don't know how they did that. But she goes, oh, I thought this would be a great place for you to write. And Alan Wake's like, no, I didn't want to write. I don't want to work. I was like, you're just a fucking waste man, Alan Wake. You're just spoiled brat. The ending of episode 1 was the twist was like the cabin wasn't real, wasn't it? That's the...
No, that wasn't there. It'd been missing for years, apparently. I remember us saying how good the ending of episode 1 was, but also, and I still stand by this, I think the use of Roy Orbison's In Dreams...
Yeah, that's good. My biggest red flag with Alan Wake's wife is that she was wearing jeans while lying on the sofa. Didn't like that at all. Didn't like that.
What's wrong with wearing jeans while lying?
I didn't like. You can't relax. You're a maniac. I'm just going to relax on the sofa in my jeans. What the fuck's wrong with you?
Yeah. So episode 2 starts, and then you end up at the lodge, don't you? You go to obviously your what's he called, Barry? Is it Barry?
Right. Well, I call him Joe Pesci because he's
Joe Pesci. Joe Pesci turns up to help you out, right? Again, right? If you're a professional writer and that's the best you can do for your publisher, you've got issues. But I love the fact that you can see this point of light in the distance that you've got to get to. And then it's sort of the way it makes it feel like it's open, but it obviously is very linear, but it makes it feel like it's a big open world.
I'll say some nice things about it, Stu. I'll say some nice things about it. Like, it does set an atmosphere. It is a good gameplay loop of sort of shedding the light off the enemies and then killing them. It is creepy. I didn't remember how sort of scary the game is because a lot of people are saying that Alan Wake 2 is a horror game. It's more of a horror game than the original. It was like, this is still pretty scary. It's more of an action game than a horror game, but it's still like, I don't want to walk down there. It's fucking scary.
What they do a really good job of is making you feel almost overwhelmed to the point that you're not going to make it, but then you do. And I think any game that pulls that off is doing a good job.
Alan Wake is so rude because that big waitress fan, she's not a big person, but she's a big fan. She's not a fan that calls a room down. She's a fan of him. Let's just be clear. She's not a physical fan.
No, that is true. Yeah.
And she's not a big person. She's not a big fan. She's a big... Forget it. I'm in the loop. Right.
Yeah,
she's a fan of Alan.
We see what you're doing there. That's cute.
Right. So she says, oh, Alan, I've been looking forward to meeting you. And Alan Wake looks her in the eyes and goes, great.
Great.
What a fucking dick. Such a dickhead.
She is a bit of a stalker. She has
No,
got
I know, but like,
cardboard cutout of
exactly,
him in the diner.
she's only being nice. Do you know what I mean? She's only like, oh, I'm such a fan.
I mean, Alan Wake, I mean, at this point, right, the policeman takes down there and says, look, there's no cabin here. I'd be questioning whether I was in a fucking mental break.
I'm okay. My head's fine.
I'm questioning if you are in a mental break, if you still think this game holds up.
Ah, zing.
It's absolutely crazy. So, yeah, so this guy leads you on this merry dance telling you that he's got your missus. I quite like the bit where he takes over the shooting. You've just got to use your torch. So you're.
I hated that. I hated
I
that.
didn't mind it. I didn't mind
There was
that.
a moment where I think you're shouting at your wife or something about, when she set up that writing room.
Yeah.
You freeze and your wife sees stuff for like about a second and then it comes back. And I like that bit. That's one bit I liked.
Why are there so many thermos flasks dotted around the environment? Who's leaving those everywhere?
I'll tell you what, what my theory is? I think it's the thermos flasks that are fucking him up all that caffeine.
Maybe,
like sending
maybe
him
there's
straight.
something in the coffee he's drinking, it's something dodgy.
Well, episode 3 and 4. So what happens, Stu?
Starts off, you go and see your biggest fan.
Oh, yeah, the waitress lady.
Being influenced by the weird woman with the sort of black hair, like the black veil and all that kind of weird stuff going on. So, yeah, she says, come and see me. I mean, she doesn't sound weird at all when she phones you up, does she?
Come and see me, Alan. I will eat your skin.
But Alan Wake's ego is so big. That
He's like, I'm the biggest
I'll hang
fan.
out with anybody that'll like
Go and see her.
Yeah.
So you go to the trailer park to see her, and it's a very realistic looking trailer park, except there's a boat in the middle of it, which
I don't know what trailer parks you've been going to, but there's always a boat in the middle of it.
Yeah, there's always a boat. There's a boat on his side, and he went, oh yeah, that happened. That appeared after last night's storm, or something like it's just a normal occurrence for a boat to land in the middle of a trailer park. But who knows?
There's a boat in the middle of Wolverhampton that's just upside down. I don't know why.
Do you know why that is? Because they won it on Bullseye. That's
something
that's
on
why.
Bullseye, yeah,
that's why there's a boat in the middle of Wolverhampton.
Yeah.
So yeah, so it starts off in this weird trailer park, and she goes, yeah, would you? No, she goes, no, let's do this right.
Would you like a cup of coffee?
Yeah.
And then you go in, yeah, great cup of coffee, by the way. This sounds really great.
Hey, this is really good.
And it's so weird, right? Because you wake up, Barry's still fast asleep, so he's still knocked out, and she's huddled on the floor, holding her knees for some weird reason. So
when you got dragged to the trailer just for this woman to knock you out, right? Like, I was like, this story makes no sense. Like,
yeah, I'm not sure what that achieved.
She's trying to like coax you to get to the cabin, then she gets you to the cabin, then she coaxes you to get to the waitress, then she gets you to the waitress, and then just poisons you. It's like, keep writing, Alan. I was like,
yeah, she just wants to write the book, so why is she drugging you?
I did make a note here, and I'm going to try and be eloquent, Duke.
Eloquent.
Thank you, eloquent. I'm going to try and be eloquent with my words here, right?
You do that.
Alan Wake wears like a hoodie with a blazer and like a coat and patches.
Yeah, elbow pads.
I'm trying to be sophisticated with the way I say this, but I think it just, how can I say it? Just makes him look like a fucking twat.
Oh yeah, no, I think the character is definitely on purpose a twat.
He's a massive twat.
He is a massive twat, massive ego, Alan Twat. So yeah, so you come out, you go, oh, go get the car, Barry. I'll go get the car. So you come out of the trailer park, like you get to the entrance, and the fucking FBI turns up with all the coppers, loads of them. I mean, like loads of them.
Loads of them.
And he's like, fuck this shit. And he does this slow-mo, like, jump off the side of the trailer park. Can I just say, I think this was a really cool part of the game where you're running through the forest and all the coppers are chasing you. It is pretty cool. You're going to get to meet the guy you wanted to interview at the very beginning of the game on the
Yeah, that's a stupid part, isn't it? Because you get there, and he's like, thanks for coming. Oh, police are here. Bye.
How did the FBI know that's where you were going?
Because he announces it, doesn't he? He says like on the
maybe,
radio. I know, but I was just like,
yeah, but they were there within 2 seconds of you arriving. You know what I mean?
They are massive fans of that man's radio show.
Well, maybe they are.
They're always tuning in.
So then you leg it. You finally get back to the kidnapper. But at this point, this fucking tornado thing's turned up, which then sucks him up into the sky. Turns out he never had your wife in the first place, the twat.
No. Is this the episode where we get our first tractor fight in this episode? Is this the episode?
I can't think whether it is.
Because there's 2 tractor fights in these episode 3 and 4, isn't
there?
there?
There is.
And when the first one came, I was like, here we fucking go.
One's a tractor, one's a combine harvester.
Oh, yeah, let's not get
Come
our
on,
tractor.
Chinny, let's get it. Come on. What kind of video game would make you fight 2 different tractors? That's just ridiculous.
It was quite difficult, I thought. It was quite annoying.
Well, it's not as difficult as it seems at first, because as long as you open the gate straight away, as long as you get through that gate and then into the building, that's it done.
Oh, no, I killed everyone.
No, I killed everyone. I didn't kill the tractor, though. I just let it...
Yeah, I killed the tractor.
No, I let it do it.
Why should the tractor live, stupid tractor?
Yeah, no, I just got into the...
Yeah, but what if it lived? In your version of Alan Wake, it's lived on. It's got a wife, it's got a little tractor wife,
Maybe.
little tractor kids. It's lived on. Why should that tractor live on, Stu? I found justice in my universe of Alan Wake. But now, the tractor that I killed has now got little tractor babies that don't have a father anymore.
So anyway, you fall off the cliff, and then a hand comes to rescue you in the murky water. And then that's the end of the episode, isn't it? That's when the episode...
Can I say a few more things about episode 3?
Yeah, of course you can.
So, thank you, Stu.
That's all right. You go ahead.
We like to share the mic, you know.
You should have said
Yeah,
no. No, you can't. Because we're on to episode 4 now. I remember really liking episode 4 at the time, like when I played this game.
Yeah.
You know, somebody told me, "Oh, your wife's dead." This is exactly what I'd say. This is what Alan says. No.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, he does.
The shock of your wife's death triggered a mental illness.
No, you're lying.
No.
No.
Tell me it's not true.
No. So for me, episode 4, where you start off in a very calm environment, I remember it being like, because episode 1, 2, and 3 is just chaos, and then like Episode 4 was just calm. Yeah, it's good. I remember liking this one.
I still like it. I mean, I still think it's a decent episode.
There is one thing that I loved in this episode, Stu. Right.
Yeah.
So I'll paint the picture for you, Dick. Right.
Yeah.
You meet Barry in the insane asylum that you sort of end up in episode 4.
I'm there.
But he's in a room with like a cardboard cutout of Alan Wake because it's
Yes.
your promo, right? And then
Yeah, sure.
when everything kicks off and the house is falling apart, or whatever, Barry he's carrying the cardboard cutout
Yes,
throughout
he
the
is.
episode
He
all the
does.
time.
When you get to the farmhouse, he's got it stood up there.
Yeah.
Going, hey, I saved your cutout.
Your cutout's good as new, right where I left it. I'll come back for it once we have the place secured.
Yeah, that's been my biggest worry all this time.
I love the fact that Barry is more concerned about the cutout
He's the
than
actual
anything
Alan
else.
Wake.
He's an
That-
agent. He's thinking about that PR.
That is, for me, like saves this game. It might save the whole game.
Yeah.
It
Right?
might
The
do,
fact
it
that
might
Barry
do.
loves the cardboard cutout
He
is
does,
the funniest thing. I don't know anything about Alan Wake 2 really. I know that you play as another character and all that sort of stuff.
But you
But
play
I-
as both. You play as Alan Wake.
yeah, you
and
play.
the
Yeah,
other character.
but I don't know if Barry's back. But if
I
Barry's
hope
not,
he is.
if
I hope
Barry
he
is not back in Alan Wake 2, I'm going to be sad because he is by far the best thing. Because there's a bit where you're sneaking into the barn and Barry's holding the cardboard cutout and he's going, "I'm Alan Wake. I take everything really serious. Oh, I'm dark and gloomy," and he's ripping Alan because he knows
He
that
is.
Alan is a massive twat.
I think Alan Wake here has something to say. What's that, Al?
I'm Alan Wake. I'm always right about everything. And if I don't get my way, I'll sulk all day long. I'm always intense and moody. It makes me very attractive and mysterious.
He's a cock.
He's a
He's
dick.
an absolute cock.
I
So you get to the farmhouse, right? And this is one of my favourite bits. of the
You
game,
love
to
this
be
bit,
fair.
don't you?
I love it. I still do. I still enjoy this bit. So it's a little bit of a Left 4 Dead defend the stage type thing, isn't it?
This was in Left 4 Dead 2, wasn't it? Where you do a
Yeah.
rock concert type thing. Isn't
So
it?
basically, the rock concert's going off, and you're defending against all these fucking shadow things. Such a brilliant bit of the game.
We know what I didn't realise about the rock scene was it's really brief. It's not nothing.
Yeah, it
it's
doesn't
nothing-
last that long. It's only about 10 minutes, isn't it? 5-10 minutes, yeah. So then you get to the house, you play the record, which gives you
Oh,
all
yeah.
this info.
Which is quite a good song, I thought.
Yeah, it is quite a good song.
It plays at the end of the episode, doesn't it? It's really
Yeah,
good.
it does.
The Lady in the Night.
The lady in the night. And then you decide to get pissed on moonshine, so that's
Yeah.
kind of how
And
the
I like,
episode...
you know, when people
goes.
get drunk and their true selves come out. don't
Yeah,
they?
yeah,
And
yeah.
Alan Wake proves that he's Alan Twat because he's like, I'm a rider. I'm
the
a
best rider ever. I kind of like episode 4. I think it's one of the stronger episodes.
I think it is one of the because I think episode 2 and 3 are kind of forgettable.
The police chase bit was pretty cool, but then after that it does go
You're
down
kind
a
of just
bit.
wandering through the woods for most of it,
Yeah,
though, aren't
yeah,
you? You know,
it's-
really forgettable
There was
stuff.
some cool stuff like this. The helicopter crash was cool.
No, there wasn't, Stu.
there wasn't,
No
but
cool
it's-
stuff happened.
Well, I do think episode 4 was the better episode.
At the end of episode 4, we got like the reveal of why Alan Wake dived into a lake and then he woke up in a car.
Yes, we did.
But I think around about episode 4 and 5 is where they start to sort of get the story together a bit. And then
Yeah.
I feel like episode 6 was like, no, fuck all that. We're just going to lose you again.
So, to an extent, right? What I thought was this. I thought, because obviously episode 4 ended with the FBI dude carts you off to the station, right? And then he gets ripped out of the station by the fucking black, whatever it is, and
From
gets
Lost.
killed.
It's from Lost. The black goo from Lost.
Yeah, instantly kills him. And then the sheriff is on your side, so she starts to help you. She's like, "Oh, I've got to get to, I can't remember why, I've got to get to the power station. Got to the power station.
You got to you got to open the room with loads of bloody light. or
No, the
something.
room with lots of lights or
No,
something.
no, I said it correct. With loads of bloody light.
It is.
There's a line in episode 4 where Barry says vampires, right? He goes, "Oh, you know, what about vampires?" And Alan Wake goes, "Barry, vampires? Really?" As if that's too far out. Vampires,
Yeah,
right
yeah,
now.
Come on, what do I look like?
Like,
Weird darkness monster.
this is a man where like 15 birds are trying to kill him at once, and a tractor's trying to run him over.
And when he shoots someone, they just disappear into
They
thin
just
air.
disappear. Yeah.
What the Christmas lights for?
Protection, man. Like garlic against vampires.
Vampires.
I still love the bit where he turns up at the back door of the bookshop or whatever it is, and he's wrapped up in fairy lights. I still think that's
Good.
It's good.
I wrote a note here saying
What's this? It's a note.
emergency boxes contain quite a lot of ammo. I guess it isn't unrealistic because we're in America.
That is true. That is.
I wrote that.
You got a problem with all our ammo boxes? It's in the Constitution.
You see, you get to the power station, don't you? So that's the bit we're playing at the moment. And then you meet Cynthia something or other, isn't she? She's called.
Yeah.
And her husband was Zane, who was taken over by the weird black veil lady first. So Zane was the guy who's helping you in the weird diver suit. Thomas Zane, he was the first person who tried to sort everything out by writing the story to get rid of the woman in black or whoever the hell she is.
Yeah.
Obviously, he fucked it up and got killed or whatever happened to him. Some
Proper fucked it
bad
up.
shit happened to him. So obviously, Woman in Black tries again with Alan Wake, and Alan Wake has to do it differently this time to finally get rid of her.
I mean, you say it like it makes all sense, but
It does kind of make some sort of weird sense.
Did you recognise the voice of Thomas? Blah 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 blah.
Thomas Zane, no, I didn't. Who was that?
He's the voice of Max Payne.
Oh,
snap.
See, I should have put that in the hot facts section.
That's a hot
Like,
fact.
this is how hot my facts are. That didn't even make it in. That's how hot they are.
That's how good. There's
Damn,
better
that's hot
facts.
facts.
There's
Hot
some better
facts.
facts than that. The damn bit, I really like the bit where there's just shit falling down all around you, you know, like scaffolding and all sorts of crappies and cars. So yeah, so you follow the tunnel, then you're on the dam, and then you meet back up with Cynthia, whatever her name is.
I think she's the most sane one in the whole video game because her plan is stay in a light room forever.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
her
Well, it's
plan.
a good plan. I mean,
It's a
we've seen
good
what
plan.
shit goes down
I mean,
in the dark.
it's right below Just Move, isn't it? Just Move to Vegas, where it's really light all the time.
When you finally get to the room, I feel like some weird stuff goes down in the room.
Sexy stuff.
No. Alan says, "Look, I'm gonna go and do this shit, right?" And Sarah goes, "I'll come with you. I'm not going to let you do this on your own." And he goes, "No, I'm taking your gun off you." And does this weird thing, right? Because she's being friendly. It's not like she's being hostile
Yeah, I
towards him.
agree. Yeah.
She's not being hostile. She's not like going at gunpoint, "I'm coming with you."
Yeah.
She's just like going, "Okay." I think if he'd have just gone, "No, it's fine. I have to do this on my own," she'd have probably been like, "Yeah, no problem. Then I'll see you later."
You're right. It's a very weird moment of like this woman who's been very, very nice in a town where everybody thinks you're fucking mad, and he puts a gun to her because you know why, Stu? He's a twat.
He is.
What did we think of the clicker? So the clicker turns everything from night to day. What did you think?
Well, it doesn't work for one thing
That's
because
cack, isn't it?
it doesn't work because he gets outside and it's daylight, right? And I've forgotten what happens, right? And it's like, oh yeah, we'll just set off. This will be easy because it's daylight, so there's no
Yeah, you just
shit
keep
gonna be trying
pressing
to kill me. And yeah, you just keep pressing it, but he doesn't. He goes in a tunnel. Off he goes in the daylight. Just dawn is just breaking, so you've got plenty of hours to get to the lake.
Loads of time.
Loads of time.
He's got time to get a pick a mix. What kind of pick a mix do you think he would get?
I think he'd go for jelly babies, wine gums, and maybe a chocolate peanut.
Oh, really?
Say.
I think Alan Wake is one of those awful people that like those white mice things.
Oh god, they're awful. Why would
Yeah,
you
I
do
bet Alan Wake would like them though, wouldn't he?
You see, you've got to be clever. We pick a mix, you've got to get small things so you feel like you're getting more. Yeah, so you feel like flumps. You can have hundreds of flumps.
And he'd be rude to the woman as well that who served him.
So here's the weirdest thing. So it's completely daylight, just after dawn, early in the morning.
Yeah.
You go through a tunnel, fight a couple of monsters, and then it's nighttime again. I'm like, what
was the point of that? Yeah.
Why is it suddenly nighttime again?
So stupid.
It makes no sense, right? I quite like the last third of that chapter where all the fucking trucks are landing to try and stop you getting to where you need to get to. And then there's this really cool slow-mo cinematic bit where there's a train carriage rolling down a hill towards you.
Oh, yeah.
I love that bit. I mean, there's some bits of it that look really fucking cool in this last section of the game.
Remember that scene in the New York apartment? Do you remember what he's going through? He's hungover, isn't he? He's hanging.
Yeah, he's got sunglasses on. And
so I was like, this is definitely written by a man because he's hanging, he's hungover. Where's my sunglasses? Need some painkillers. His wife comes home, not happy, and then he goes, "Oh God, I'm just, I'll go out," and then she instantly forgives him. I'm like, there's no way.
Yeah, that's never happening, is it?
Alan, you're not thinking straight. Just take a shower and go back to bed, huh?
No way! Anybody's wife would say that to him. Like, no, we got like 15 things to do. You get up, you self-inflicted. Fuck you, get up, you stupid twat. I feel like the last episode was rushed, and they're literally throwing everything at you. Do you know what I mean? Like
it is like a rolling boss fight. I kind of liked it. I liked the end of it.
I thought episode 6 was the laziest episode, B, the boringest one, and also C, the one where they go, oh, all the stuff that we try and like explain as now, we're just going to throw it all out the window because none of it makes sense and it's an ocean. See you later, bye.
I do quite like the combat loop. I do like it, so I don't mind.
I don't mind the gameplay as much.
No, although driving is terrible.
Oh my God, driving is awful. Why have we never talked about driving?
Driving is awful. Don't, whatever you do, move the right analog stick. Don't touch it. Do not touch it.
I never did that. What happens?
Oh, if you do it, the camera goes absolutely apeshit.
Right.
It goes totally apeshit.
The ending. So you fight a big bloody tornado of shit.
Yeah, and you just use your flare gun and it dies pretty quickly.
I don't know which one did it better. Plague's Tale, which is a tornado of rats, or this game, which is a tornado of junk. What's your favourite boss fight tornado?
Exactly. So you do that. You dive into the lake. So you do your famous dive into the lake. Then you're in the house again so you can breathe underwater as well, which is a bit weird.
Is that where the house is underwater?
Yeah, it's underwater. It's on the bottom of the lake. So it's at the bottom of the lake. Yeah, did you not realise that? Because there's bubbles coming past your faces and stuff.
What are you talking about? What?
It's all very freaky, weird, and stupid.
So anyway, you meet the woman again. She's like, "You gotta write it how I like," or something like that. She says to you, and you go.
What did you say?
She said, "You gotta write it like I want it."
Okay.
So there's a weird thing where you've got to click on words, and I don't even know why that is. You've just got to recreate the scene for some reason.
Stupid.
So you eventually get to the house again. Yeah. And the woman's sort of going, "I want it to write what I want," or whatever, right? Okay. And she's got a hole in the. You see, the camera pans behind her. She's got a hole in the middle of her, right?
Yeah, like death becomes her.
And you go, "I'm not going to do it," or something. And you stick the clicker inside her, and it lights her up like a Christmas tree. I kind of like that. And you don't even do it. It's like a cutscene.
I don't know. I hated it. I hated the ending. I thought it was awful.
And then he's tip tap tapping on that makeshift fucking typewriter room that his wife set up. Yeah, and he says, "It's not a lake. It's an ocean," and that's it. Yeah. That's the end. And then he switches places with his missus, and she comes out of the lake where the house used to be, and that's the kind of end of the game, isn't it?
What would have been a better last line? It's not a lake, it's Blackpool.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? And Alan Wake 2 is him in Blackpool, getting conned on one of those stall games.
Yeah,
you know, going up the tower, getting sick on the beach. You know, all the traditional Blackpool.
Yeah. It's just weird. The ending is very hard.
Do you want any hot facts? Do you want to hear my hot facts?
Go on, let's hear the hot facts about this. Okay. Some
of them are not that interesting, but here we go. To just give you an insight, so I watched the making of this game for this, right?
Oh, okay.
The first trailer is very dull and contains hooded enemies, like they're wearing like cloaks. So the original concept of the game was that it was going to be an open world, day and night cycle game. They were going to like have an open world and then give you a clicker that then swaps from day and night.
Oh,
right?
you can just do it anytime.
So you could do it anytime. That was the idea.
I feel like I vaguely remember this from when they were talking about it at E3.
It was originally going to be prepare in the day, survive at night type of game. So almost like Fortnite, the survival stuff, right? Very, very close.
I'm kind of glad they didn't do that, if I'm being really honest.
But they were a bit ahead of their time when you think about it, I suppose.
Yeah.
When you first saw that trailer in 2005, Stu, they still had no idea what the game was.
It was a good elevator pitch, let's be honest.
You talked about how Alan Wake wrote 2 books about a hard, grizzled cop, correct?
Yeah.
And Alan Wake struggles to write a book for a new concept.
Yeah.
Does that sound like anybody? It sounds like Sam Lake, the very person that wrote this game. So he wrote Max Payne, and then Max Payne 1 and 2, and he had writer's block, couldn't come up with a story, and then wrote Alan Wake, which is basically about his whole...
It's an analogy for himself.
The other interesting thing, I vaguely remember this, Stu, but the night sky stars are accurate.
That is so weird, I said, because I was looking at them whilst playing the game at one point, and I thought I saw the plough. You know, the plough star thing. And I was like, these stars don't just look random. You know, they don't look random
and I think when I read that, I was like, I'm sure I remember Stu freaking out about that.
Should we polish the writing here? It's pretty weird. No. I'm working on these stars.
We're going to put the stars on. This is a good one. This is a good fact. This is a good hot fact. You know when you hear they call it bets, so bringing in the enemy to the scene or some shit like that. I don't know, right? When you know an enemy's coming, that creepy music plays. Do you know what that sound is?
I've no idea.
It is a crying baby and baby kittens slowed down with a bit of...
Nice. I like stuff like that. I like stuff like that.
So basically everything you see in the game, every like little road or whatever, was intended to be an open world. So
yeah, you can tell. You can totally tell.
There are some areas that aren't polished, but you could probably walk over there. And if we didn't block this road, there's a whole other road and path that you don't see because we made it. So Stuart, does it hold up, Alan Wake?
Does it hold up? I mean, I've already said what I think. I think it does. I still like this game, as quirky and non-making sense that it is. I just enjoy it. I just like the game in general. So for me, it's a big, definitely holds up.
I'm going to say yes. It does hold up. I think it does hold up because I do enjoy playing it, but I was at the same time like done with this game.
Incredulous.
I was like, when episode 6 was like, I really want to get this finished. Do you know what I mean? I felt like I wanted to just finish it.
I do think though, for a game when what year was this made? 2008? Did it finally come out? 2009, 2010. It does look pretty. I mean, I know you played the remastered version, but I still played the original one on PC. But on high settings, it still looks pretty bloody good. Yeah,
no, a lot of people have said this about the original. Alan Wake still looks good to this day. Yeah,
it still looks good, and that's one of the biggest. It doesn't feel like a really old game, you know, when you look at it.
No.
I do think it holds up, but I think they did a cracking job back in the day. And love it or hate it, like Duke does, it still holds up. That's my opinion. Right, we're done.
Yes, we're done. Thank you very much for watching. Make sure you listen to our podcast, which is live 8:30 every Sunday. Subscribe, leave us a like, and we'll see you next time. Bye.